All right, so here we go. We're going to go down, going to go up this here. And I don't know how much it gets translated, but this is steep. And now we're down in the sand. No problem. No problem. Now I'm going to turn in the sand. No problem. Literally no problem. So now I'm going to get I want to show this because it's important to me for you to see real life conditions. Also, I should say, I'm going to do another part of this video where, let's see here. I don't know how to do it. You know, I'm not Mr. Tech guy. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So this is on me. I was not paid for this. I paid for the thing, retail price. I did get a disabled veteran discount. I can't remember how much it was. It was a couple $100, I think. $150, $250, something like that. It was right around $5,000. This is not a cheap iteration of an e-bike. If you're looking for that, that's probably you're probably barking up the wrong tree here. But this thing is one you buy and you keep and you have forever, because it's the HUMMER of, well, whatever your thing is, Jeep, truck, or a Gladiator, or whatever, of e-bikes. So you got a motor on the front, and I'm gonna do tech specs and all that stuff on it. I'm not gonna say them to you because I have a brain injury and I don't have capacity for numbers or any of that, but I'll put them in the link down below and put all that stuff, and I'll put links to where you can learn more about this bike. But I bought this bike because it just blew my mind that it had 2 motors, 1 on each wheel, has 2 batteries, and then the front fork and the suspension is so legit. And I thought to myself, wow, you know, I can get behind that. I'm going to try it and see if it's as good as it seems like it would be. And I have to tell you, the people at eCells, they're in Pahrump, Nevada, phenomenal people. Oh, I started to say, I'll put all the tech stuff in the description down below. Everybody does YouTube stuff, they always go down below. I always think it's weird, but now I actually understand it. So I'll put all that stuff there. You'll know everything that's on it. Now I'll highlight some of the stuff when I do a walk around on it, but for now, I want to get this part in where you can see how this does on this. It's just flipping phenomenal. Blows my mind, actually, and not much will do that. So here we go. We're going to lock this on here, and we'll start off in the sand. No problem. Now, obviously, I'm geared down significantly. All right, here we go. We're turning in heavy sand. I mean, this is heavy sand, folks. No problem, straight up that hill. And I'll show you. Let's see here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a crazy hill. I mean, it's straight up there and almost straight up there. And then that's the sand. I mean, it's deep, heavy duty sand. We live right near the ocean. Ocean's right out there. So, I don't know, man. I'm blown away by it. Let's see here. There we go, back to me. So, I'm gonna put the camera away for now and ride a little bit. And then I'm gonna show you some other things in another clip of the video, and we'll cinch them all together so it'll be easy peasy to deal with. All right, thanks for listening, appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and liked and all that stuff, now'd be a good time. All right, here we go. I haven't used this in quite some time, so pardon my ignorance on operating procedures. I just don't remember. So that being said, I'm going to test ride the E-Cells. This is a E-Cells Super Monarch dual crown. It's an incredible bike made by E-Cells. Well, it's created and assembled by E-Cells, and it's a pretty extraordinary thing. It's pretty wonderful. How you doing, buddy? It's a beautiful dog. So what I'm going to do, and I apologize in advance for this being so choppy. What I'm planning on doing is I'm going to demonstrate the hill climbing capability of this. It's a Super Monarch, E-Cells Super Monarch dual crown, 1500 watt, dual 750 motors, triple crown fork, dual batteries, dual motors, the whole bit, and dual suspension. So I'm going to demonstrate how this thing climbs and then how it goes through sand, because that's what people ask. So I'm in sand now. I'm in legit sand. That's in the bottom of a big retention pond. So it is no fooling, you know, sand. And I'm riding through it like it's nothing. Now I'm going up a hill like it's nothing. Literally like it's nothing. So I'm bouncing around here. I'm gonna have to fix some stuff. But so that's the first part of it. And I'll do it again slower, and I'll turn the camera around. I don't know how much you can tell, but I'll definitely switch around and let you know. All right, so I promised you I'd do a walk around here. I just got back from riding 11.2 miles, and I had started off with 65% battery, and I used both motors, and 11.2 miles, and I'm down to 56%. But what I did was I rode in sand almost the whole time. We'll show you a video of that. If it's not before this, it'll be after it. And I'll show you more video running both of the wheels, both of the motors on. See, you can turn on, let me show you. 1, 2, 3. You can, see right there? 1, 2, 3. One motor, both motors, or the rear motor. First motor is, I think, the front, or maybe the rear. I'm not sure which. So one is one motor, the other is both motors, the other is the other motor. So they're hub motors. You can see it's a beautiful bike. I mean, it's just a beautiful bike. Really, really beautiful. It's extremely well made. It's super rugged. I will tell you, it's about 100 pounds. Look at that light. You believe that? It's like a motorcycle headlight. It is a motorcycle headlight. And then the dual crown, or I think triple crown shocks, or dual crown. So, and then a big brace reinforcement with a metal mud guards. So there's your Bafang 750 motor there. And then you've got your Rockshox rear shock, where's your shocks on the front. And then you've got your Bafang 750 watt on the rear too. And listen, he didn't scrimp on anything. Mr. Cleveland, he didn't scrimp on anything. These bags, he designed these bags, cost him, I bet, $10,000, I bet you, $8,000 or $10,000, I bet, to design those and bring them to market. They're fantastic. They detach really easily. I had to kind of tighten them down a little bit. I had one pop off one time when I was going over real big bumps, but I didn't have it on quite right, and so I've got that right. Gives you a tool set with it. It has all the tools you'll need to work on this bike. This is, I mean, heavy duty. Everybody that sees it, they're just blown away by it. They're thinking, man, he went overboard. But hey, you know, if you're going to do it, why not? And they have all different models there. Rear mud guards, metal too, by the way. They have all different models there at E-Cells. Now, I will tell you this seat and the pedals are not stock. This seat and the seat post and the pedals are not stock. And the reason why is I have a pretty severe spinal injury and brain injury and all that stuff. You guys know the whole story there. So I have to have as much to take the strain off of my spine as I can. So I put a Cane Creek on there, and it's a suspension seat post, and then this is a suspension seat, a ProMen suspension seat. It is fantastic. It comes with a really nice seat, and it comes with a great seat post and all that. I mean, it's everything Pro Max. You know, it's really, really good. I have to tell you, you know, it's just flipping amazing. Look at the rear rack. Look at that. I mean, that's no fooling. Oh, by the way, I like the wheels. I like. I might have been interested in an orange. They had orange versions of this. This is the largest frame they make, and so I got the black because, you know, that's what they had in the large frame. But I have to tell you, the orange is real beautiful too. The black is pretty too. I think you'll agree. It's dirty too. I've been riding it, and so there's your rear battery. There's your one battery. It's a tray battery. Goes under the rack, specially designed rack just for that. And then your other batteries right there, and they're big. I mean, they're big, heavy-duty, serious business batteries. That's where, let's be honest, that's where a lot of your cost is in these great batteries. Now, it came with these mirrors, and I messed up, and I broke this one. I broke it because I tightened it down. It was slipping. You can see right there. I don't know if you can see that. It was slipping. So I thought, oh, I got to tighten it down, and I broke the darn thing. That's my own fault. So I won't ask for anything them to replace that because I broke that. I tightened it down too hard. What I need to do is get a torque wrench designed for bicycles, so I don't do that again. But you know, what are you going to do? But I have to tell you, I'm blown away by this thing. And wait till I show you the other video. Oh, that's a 52 volt sine wave. That's the controller right there that you see with these fins. Send them with the fins to make it cooler, run cooler. Water bottle bosses right there. They come with it. They're solid. It's a aluminum frame. Now they have this on here. I don't know. I like it all right. It matches the wheels real well. AWD for all-wheel drive. And then of course the branding is on it. The V Tire company, and then the Champion rims, alloy double rims with the. I mean, they're just. I mean, he's not fooling around when he built this thing. This is a Tektro Dorado brake system and a Shimano Dior shifting system, and the cassette and everything. You have a single chain ring in front. Then you have the cassette in the back. And I mean, I've put it through its paces. One of the things that people say to me is, you know, well, can I ride it through water? Can I, you know, go through streams and this and that and the other? Well, first of all, I don't know why you'd want to ride a $5,000 bike through a stream, but I'm not one of those beach riders either. This could ride on the sand. I'll show you the video. I'll link it. It'll be linked in here, all tied together. And I have to tell you, I don't have any desire to ride on the beach. Now, I live pretty close to the beach, but I don't have a desire to ride on the beach just because of all the salt air and the sand and all that mess. It's just really, really hard on them. So, I mean, if you're going to commit to washing it off carefully every time you come back from riding on the beach, I guess it'd be all right. And hey, if you buy one, you do with it what you want to do. Nobody can tell you what to do with your own product, your own possession. One thing he has, this Dior XT has some sort of clutch or something on there, and I'll put all of the stuff, so don't freak out. Oh, I don't know what he's talking about, or I wish I had more details. I'm going to put all the stuff in the down below thing that everybody talks about on, you know, in the description and all that stuff. So you'll have all of that, so you don't have to even think about anything. I started to tell you about these pedals. Of course, the seat I bought, Cane Creek long throw. It's a suspension seat post right there. And of course it does have suspension, dual suspension. You can air them up as much as you want, or put a softer ride and all that. I have to say, you know, with my spine and all the injuries I have to have as much cushioning as I can on my spine. So I have this in addition. So you might say this is 3 suspensions, but this all right here didn't come with the bike, nor did the pedals. I have MagPed pedals, and you can look on my on my channel, The Good Doctor, for a review on the MagPed pedals I have on my trike. I ride a recumbent trike, and I have to tell you, you know, they're phenomenal. But I have to have those because I don't feel my feet. So I have to get them near them, and those magnets will pop my feet on there, and it's safer for me. But they come with perfectly fine pedals and a really, really nice seat. I'll show you the seat it comes with. I'll get that and put that on film. But I just kind of wanted to give you an idea, walk around, and so you can see. By the way, leather grips. These are leather. Oh, twist throttle. I forgot to mention that. Twist throttle. Really, really nice. Really nice twist throttle. Now, there's some adjustments that you can do. I am not competent to do it without damaging something, so I won't do it. Where you can adjust this to come on a little bit sooner. So the throttle response is once you get about that far, that's when it kicks in. I'd probably prefer that it kicks in a little earlier, and I'm sure Mr. Cleveland could tell me. David Cleveland, he's the owner and founder of eCells, and I'm sure he could tell me how to adjust that. But he'll probably tell me, yeah, you probably shouldn't adjust that. It's there for a reason. So I just think, well, it's a smartly designed thing. I don't know, you know, if you want a bike you're going to have, you know, ad infinitum. By the way, let me show you. Look at this. Now these frames are made in China. Don't kid yourself. Until you get into the $8,000 to $10,000 bikes, you know, all of them are made in China. The frames, at least, are made in China. Yeah, but the frames come over, and then he has all the components, and he assembles them, and a lot of this is his design that they build to his specifications. That's how it works. But really clean, very, very well made. I can't say enough about how well made this thing is. I mean, and you can tell when you're riding it. Oh, I wanted to tell you while I was thinking of it too, these detach. These batteries here, they detach. This one comes out, this one comes off. You unlock them. Now there's keys, and I have keys for this. And that adds security so somebody can't come up and steal your batteries. But, you know, there's no need to take them off, to charge them separately, even though you get a Y cable, because that little sucker right there, he had designed where you can charge both of the batteries at the same time. Fantastic, right? What a great idea. I don't know. I just think if you really want a really, especially if you're going to ride some really challenging stuff, some rough terrain, I don't think you can do better than this, especially at this price point. But what I will say, I started to say about the water, I wouldn't ride it through a bunch of water. Now, if you ride it through a puddle or through a little stream, but if you get the Bafang motors submerged and you get all this wiring submerged, it's an e-bike. It's a battery powered electric bike. I don't care how much Mr. Cleveland and eCells try to waterproof this thing. I wouldn't ride it through deep water. I just wouldn't do it. I certainly wouldn't make a practice of it. And you can see their wiring is legit. I mean, look at this. It's legitimate, man. Or woman. Oh, somebody asked me, well, how tall are you? I'm 6'3.5" or 6'3", before I got hurt real bad, I was 6'4". But again, I had some spinal damage. They want to know what size person would fit on this. What would this particular frame size is really best for tall people. But like I said, they have other frame sizes. So you don't have to get this big a one. They have much smaller frame sizes. So, you know, if you're a petite person, 5'4", 5'6", whatever, and you want to ride a bike like this, the Super Monarch dual crown, it's, you know, dual batteries, dual suspension, dual power, front and rear power. I mean, come on. Oh, I didn't even mention about this this display. Now, I don't have it on there because it doesn't show. Oh, by the way, I don't think it comes with this. This is some different thing that I had. It's a little alarm thing so I can hear if somebody moves it. And I have all kinds of special locks and chains and all that business, but I generally won't allow something like this out of my eyesight. So, you know, people will steal stuff. They don't care. Nowadays, they just don't care. So you want to lock that sucker as well as you possibly can. And why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you? It just makes good common sense. Keep a hold of your possessions like that, and not have somebody steal them from you. But I'll just show you, you know, one more quick look here. It's a solid sucker, man. It's just, whew. It is Super Monarch dual crown, boy. I'm telling you, they earned its name. But everybody that has seen this bike, by the way, you don't have to ride with all this on here. The toolkit, the packs, you don't have to ride with all that on there. You can take that off. It's easy to take off. It's quick. It takes 2 seconds. I just put it on there because I like doing it. And oh, you know what else we got? I got a pump, air pump, electric air pump, portable. You just throw it in there, charge it up, throw it in there. It'll do the job really, really well. And you also get touch-up paint with whatever bike you get touch-up paint, and that's a good thing, you know. Hey, I like to keep my stuff nice. I'm sure you do too. Especially after you get back from riding, you're washing it off. You're using one of those little wash mitts. You know, you're not drenching everything, especially the electronics, but you wash it off and everything. You get close to it, you realize, oh man, there's a ding from a rock that came up. Well, you touch it up with the touch-up paint. Oh, let me say about this light here. Now, I talked about it briefly, but that sucker is bright. I'm telling you, that thing kicks out some serious, serious light. I mean, it will blast you. Now, you can adjust it. It's very easy to adjust up and down. You don't want to be shooting that thing into somebody's eyes or give them free laser surgery, and you know, you don't want to do that. The display here is big and it's bright, but with this camera, apparently on the frame rate setting that I have on, you can see it, but it's, well, I don't know. Let's try it. Let's do a power up here. That's all you do is press the power button. Big deal. The e-cells thing comes up. Well, it's not too bad right now. Sun went in a little bit. Well, it's not too bad at all. And you have all kinds of information. I mean, average speed, I averaged 19.6 miles. Oh, I went 11.8 miles. Your real time, you know, what you're doing now. Average speed. And my max was 33.8 miles per hour. And you might say, now let's see, now it's back up to 64. Sorry about that. It's my alarm for my medication. 64% is back up to. So I told you the wrong number. Now, I have to look at my little book and see how to set my time. I don't know. I got to set that. It drives me crazy. But you have this little switch here. Remember this switch right here? Does your motors. And then you have another cool thing. I'm not going to actuate it right now because I don't want the bike to lurch, the kickstands down. It has a walk along feature on it. And that's darn cool. So I don't use the walk along feature while I'm walking, but I tell you what I do. What I do is I have a hitch mounted rack, and I think I'm going to do a review on that over there that I got from Harbor Freight. 180 bucks, I think it was. And it's that right there. See it? See that right there? That hooks on there. Awesome. Put that little sucker on there and wheel it right up on there. It's real handy. Well, that walk feature is handy for that because it's low power, slow, and so you can easily do it. It's no problem. You pop it up on there and strap it down really well. But that walk along feature is pretty darn handy, I say. So, you know, if you want to know anything else about it, send me comments. Put in there in the comment section, you know, is there anything in particular that you like about it, that you don't like, that you have more questions about? If I can't answer them, I'll get the answer and get them to you. That's no problem. They're a great company to deal with, I have to tell you. They're really fantastic to deal with. They're so responsive. It's mind-blowing. And see, there's the linkage there. See that? And there's the Rockshox shock. And then You get a manual that'll tell you about, and then everything is also online. The manual is also online. So, hey, I really appreciate you listening this long, and I hope it's been beneficial. I'll link other videos and pictures and all that stuff on there, so you'll have all the information. And like I said before, you're going to have all the detailed specs. I don't remember any of it. I have a very, very short-term memory issue, and so it's there and it's gone. So somebody did ask me about the brakes. How are the brakes? They're quad piston. They're 4-piston brakes. And I rode a bike. Now again, this is 95 pounds. I mean, we're not talking about a light bike here. You're not jumping the Snake River Canyon on this thing. Now you might be able to ride through the Snake River Canyon, but you're not going to jump it. It's a big old hoss. Obviously, the smaller the frame, the lighter it'll be, but why would you want to do that? So somebody asked me about the brakes, and I didn't really know. My brakes on my trike are extraordinary, but I have never used hydraulic brakes on a bicycle before. So these are hydraulic brakes, and don't let that scare you. They're real easy to maintain, super easy. There's almost nothing to do, quite frankly. By the way, this adjusts. I started to say I was going to finish, but look at this here. That adjusts. See that right there? You adjust that up and down. I have it where it is now, but I might actually lift it up a little bit. I might bring it back even further. Then I'll have to bring this angle down and all that, which is not a big deal. I mean, let's face it, it's not brain surgery. I need a little brain surgery, probably some of you are saying. Oh yeah, this is where you adjust. You take this off, it's easy. You adjust your air amount on it based on your weight, and they have Sag indicators, and you adjust it according to that. The Rockshox rear shock also has it. I wanted to show you this real quick while I was thinking of it. Look at those welds there. I mean, all of them. If you look at them, it's kind of hard to see because it's black, but my goodness, look how beautiful that is. I mean, that's some serious artisan work there. So they're made well. Oh, there is a mount that you could put a front basket, like a heavy-duty wire basket on it. You can do that. Obviously, you'd have to take this light off and mount it up here, mount a different type of light up here, because you couldn't have a basket and light there at the same time. But I can imagine scenarios where you'd want that, like if you were a hunter or something like that. You know, if you're going out into the field. I have no worries riding this thing 60 or more miles. If you use pedal assist on it, but you're not hitting the throttle the whole time. If hitting the throttle, I think, I'm trying to remember how far I went. I wanted to do a throttle test to see, and I had a full battery, and I can't remember how many miles I got up to, but 30, I think it was 30. And I was like, I gotta go home. This is crazy. So I stopped, and I just pedaled because I thought, this thing's still going. I still have plenty of battery left. So I honestly don't know, going 100% on throttle, how far it'll go, because I didn't want to ride that far. You know what I mean? So to each his own. I mean, you can test it however you want when you get yours. But I will tell you, I think this thing on pedal assist and pedaling, you know, even a reasonable amount, I think 60 miles to 100 miles easily. Like I say, especially if you're a pedaler, you know, pedal assist is amazing, and but you can go far on it. I've gone on it using the pedal assist, and I have to tell you, it barely made a dent in the battery. So I'm pretty impressed. I think you can tell I'm pretty impressed. So once again, this is Good Doctor. If you haven't liked or subscribed by now, I don't know what's holding you up. Please do that now. And then any questions, any comments you have about it, please let me know in the comments, and I will get back to you very, very quickly. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. God bless you.